where this game here taking us. No barber, ain't no fading us. I ain't really saying much. Actions be louder than words, man. I just wanna be her for your mom to your pop to the beat to the birds, man. Cut right off on the curb, like I'm Barry Sanders. Chains on and the diamonds dancing. Game on, so it's time to go. When the rain starts, I'ma let you know. Name a squad that is better though than my home team. We a pot of gold. I'm a dog. I'ma need a bone for my whole team. I'ma let it go like yeah. And it feel like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. Whole squad like what? And it feel like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like what? Whole squad like yeah. And it feel like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. Whole squad like yeah. And it feel like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. You don't want problems. You don't want smoke, no. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. No, I said you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want. I pissed so my frustration, I was waiting to shine. My father taught me don't be soft, so now I'm taking what's mine. I define myself as ambitious, young, black, and gifted. Master P, my masterpiece. That mean I don't got no limits. Bout it, I doubt it. My homies know you ain't ratted. We break you down like a pound. I got it, don't pound us around me. I'm corrupted, flow cold and it's rugged, bumpy. What is up? I'm ready for war. You got to love it like yeah. And it feel like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. Whole squad like what? And it feel like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like what? Whole squad like yeah. And it feel like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. Whole squad like yeah. And it feel like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. You don't want problems. You don't want smoke, no. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. No, I say you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want.
Time to bring the bass back.
Swear I'm going big like a lineman. She want bring the limes in. She wanna pull up to the crib, we can't dine in. Up right away, couldn't even get a vine in. Straight with the money, we aligned in.
Right at the convergence of the Three Rivers on Art Rooney Drive, we welcome you to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Denver Broncos and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Here's the kicker, Aldrich Rosas, ready to get us going. And we are underway on a Monday night. This is taken at his 4. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Check 52.
Now the first carry for Bryce Love. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's second and 7.
Watch the curl. Watch the safety creep. Check 99. Check 99. Switch.
On second down, Love. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
The first carry now. This is Johnson pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
54. Hey, keep it up. Keep it up. Hey, check Mike 54. Mike 54. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. Mike's 5'4". Mike 5'4". Mike's 5'4". Not today, you are. Not today. Shut up.
Here's a second and 7. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down.
37 to Mike. Mike 37. I got you, punk. 37 to Mike. Mike 37. Get that quarterback. And all call. 49.
Back to throw here. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one goes for 36 yards. So the big play will operate from the red zone now on first down. On first down, here's Love. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal.
50 seconds to Mike. So we got man.
Here's Love. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
On 3rd down, here's Love. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Such a long drive here. 3 points. That would be a disappointment, but I don't know if you can go for it here, can you?
Well, you know, the defense was really giving them a lot all the way downfield, and now they've stiffened. Forget that bend, don't break. Now they don't even want to let them get a yard, do they? So in this spot, remember what the coaches told us before the ball game? Any drive that ends with a kick is going to be okay with us, whether it's a punt, a field goal, or an extra point. Take the field goal right here.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
53. Mike 53. Yo.
Now Allen. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
NFL quarterbacks work so hard on their mechanics, and they do so much repetition and practice, off-season, the whole deal. They expect it to be autopilot once the games start. That way it eliminates any type of pressure of the game, pressure of people in your face, all of that. That didn't shine through on that throw, though, did it?
No. A little bit of a dangerous pass and off target, too. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hey, Delta. Woo-hoo. Hey, 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. Too little, Cupcake.
Play action. Now it's Allen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass, followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down.
Hey, check Mike 21. Mike 21. Check Mike 21. I don't even know why his team showed up. Hey, check Mike 21.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. Going deep downfield. It got his man. Complete. That's a 1st down with a cherry on top. 31 yards.
And that one hurts defensively. They force them into 3rd and long, had the advantage, yet they give up the big play right there.
Yeah, their offense was already warming up on the sideline, ready to come out. So much for that 3 and out. Now Leonard Fournette. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
I'm on. Tight dog. Check. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Shift.
Here we go. On 2nd down, here's Fournette. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
X3, 218, chopper. I got you. He's coming. We got double up.
Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Mark 38, Mark 38, Mark 38, not here. 38's the Mike. Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room. On it.
2nd and 10. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. A great pick, nice return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it, because he had visions of end zone in his mind. Going to be the total hero. But we did see there the emphasis on it's not just good enough to pick it off anymore. Bring it back, get the yardage, and really help out your offense.
They'll try to punch it in with Fournette, and he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Broncos have taken the lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. After the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Watch his slant. Watch his slant. He's checking. He's checking. He's checking. Crash. Crash. Check it out, Reed. Watch out. Watch out. Watch out.
Here's 2nd and 8. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Focus, defense, focus. 57 to Mike. 57.
He'll look to throw. They're able to locate Wilson. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a 1st down.
1st down saves them from a 3 and out.
Right here. Mike, 54.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Love trying to run inside, but nothing there. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Mike 5-4.
to throw now on 2nd and 10. And a completion to Wilson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It'll be a gain of 17 at a Pittsburgh first.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Being chased out left. And he's going to keep it here. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain.
Here we go. Right there. 54, right there.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA with a sack. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They scored a touchdown the last time they had the football, but things going to be a little bit more difficult this time.
No, certainly, because where they're starting, the goal isn't even thinking about a touchdown at this point. They're thinking about field position, a couple of first downs in order to give some room for their punter, and maybe flip the field position for their defense.
They'll run with Fournette. And he's able to get him a small cushion before being taken down at the 5, a gain of 3.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Here's Allen. He's going to float this one deep right side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kenny Moore.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber.
So after the INT, it's Allen. He's going to let it go again. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. He was looking for John Ross that time. But it'll be 2nd down. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Pass 85, pass 85. Freestone, Travis.
Fournette on the counter, and he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
The Broncos on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Here we go, here we go. Here we go. Sit.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Got a man. It's Ross. Complete. 18 big yards on that one, and a Denver first.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook, and a great grab on the other end. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Out of the pistol, it's Fournette.
The tackle made at the 47.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Ben Banagoo in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
On first down, Allen. It's caught. This is White. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Throwing now is Allen. Open man is Ross, complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Charlie. 50, Mike's 50. Let's get the ball. Mike's alert. 50. Watch the slats. Watch the go.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Allen, he'll set up the screen to Fournette. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal. It's been all passing all the time on this drive. 5 for 5, and now 1st and goal.
Feels like a case of until they stop us, we might as well keep running the offense that we like to run. Don't change up and do something different just because you think you need to.
Pilot, 64, weak. 5 wide. Sub. Check.
Now Allen again. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal.
Man, I got you. Safe. Alert. What's that?
And again, it's Allen. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. From 8 yards out, and the Broncos push further out in front. Rosas now to add the PAT. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
He's crashing. He's checking crash. Deuce. Check three. Go.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. So we reach halftime here at our first Monday Nighter of the season. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he's in for 6, a Steeler touchdown.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. Now Allen to try again after the pick 6. Throw left side complete. That's Burgess. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Looking for White on the deep, and that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently, so that's just going to be an incompletion. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. Cannot get away, and down he goes.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the scrambler or the dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
35 yards, that. Time on the punt. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over.
Set, ready. Check it back, check it back.
On 1st down. It's Love, and it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
At the 49-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
57's the mic. Watch 57. Hey, man. Watch the boot. Watch the boot. Hey, check, Mike.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive. knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. They'll drop the throw. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Trying to get the run game going. This is Fournette. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Leonard Fournette, 97 yards. And the Broncos push further out in front. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
6 man. Check.
2nd and 6. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. 12 yards that time, but a Pittsburgh first.
That's good for a Steelers first down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. This is caught inside the 15. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Noah Fant, 58 yards. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is down to a field goal. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10. Let's go! At their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
On the run, it's Fournette. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They keep it with Fournette on 1st down. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Now Fournette. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Allen from the gun on third down. Oh, and he'll just get rid of this one deep. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And he'll get this back across the midfield, striping down to the 47-yard line. This defense figured out something in the locker room. That's 2 third-quarter picks now.
And you just wonder, did he get too comfortable in the locker room himself? His team has the lead. Take care of the football. He's putting him in jeopardy right now.
They'll run on first down. Love. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Kill. Hey, turn it up. 25. Check 25. Check 25. Let it go.
Here's Love again. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a third and about 5.
I have to think a major focus at a halftime means had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Man open left side. It's his running back with it. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
There are a lot of tough routes to try and cover. When you see a runner come out of the backfield and run this angle route, looks like they're going to the flat, and then they put their foot in the ground and cut back sharply inside, not easily covered, and then when they catch it, good momentum built up by them as well.
And able to pick up the first. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Staying on the ground, it's Love. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
It's 3rd and 9.
The Steelers on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 9.
He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. Check safety. Watch it.
They run the counter. It's Love, and they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he watched that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in, and had just enough to get it done.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. Making the play defensively, Carl Lawson.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he'll be tackled at about the 35. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. The Broncos on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Allen now looks to throw. And that is incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe he didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter, maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Oh, boy, he fielded it right on the goal line. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
2nd and 13. Flushed out right. Marcus Davenport able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
Now this is where field awareness comes into play. He's getting perilously close to his own goal line, and after that sack, backed up to his own 2.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Back to throw here. Caught. It's Wilson. And nothing but daylight ahead. 20, 10, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there. Taking it goal line to goal line, 100 yards. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. This is Fournette. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Allen. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. Instead, it's incomplete. Boy, that really could have turned this one upside down. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is fielded at the 7. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal? End the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Hey, check Mike 57, Mike 57. Hey, watch the ball.
Here's 2nd and 8. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A big play there. 72 yards. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Jalen Mills. Boy, what a turnaround. They exited the lockers with a nice lead, and now all of this. What's happened?
So when you start to write your novel, you'll start out with, it was a tale of two halves, won't you?
But I'm a bad writer.
I don't know exactly what happened, because sometimes teams can go in with a lead and get too comfortable, too relaxed, and a couple of things go wrong, and it's hard to get back that good feeling.
Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Love, and he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
The pickup there, 5 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Here we go. 30 base. Hey, let's get this, get this. Switch it. Come on. General West. Hey, Alpha. Let's go. Cut out.
Now Jackson. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a loss of a yard.
Right there. 54. Right there.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now.
Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 11.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. On 3rd down, this is Jackson. And he'll be brought down shy of the 1st down marker at the 11. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for Pittsburgh, it's a great win here on a Monday night as they'll start the new campaign 1-0. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for Denver, they obviously fall to 0-1.